Hey, what's up everybody? This is Mr. 008 here, and today I have for you episode number 36 of my Bloons TD6 Let's Play series. So today we are going to be playing on Impoppable Mode on Town Center. So I would like to see if I can get the Beast Handler, specifically the water path, but we are going to wait a little bit to do that. I would like to get Gwendolyn up as quickly as possible because for the strategy I am using today, I'm going to need some substantial assistance with balloon popping power, and I think that Gwendolyn is the best of the 4 free heroes for that. And I'm only picking from the free heroes because I would like to make this a newbie-friendly guide. So, let's see how we can do. Alright, so we're not that far off from Gwendolyn. I look forward to getting her and then starting with my beast handlers. But let's just continue here for now, and I want to take this time to talk a little bit about some potentially like advanced strategies for the game and just for videos that I can be putting out, and like who wants to see what. So leave a comment down below if you want to explain to me like whether you'd prefer to see more advanced strategies such as trying to spend as little as possible on a given strategy, or you would rather see more focus on just enjoying the game, or whether you would like to see more challenge editor types of videos, things like that, because I do like doing challenges. It's just that I find it hard to keep the video productive all the way through for the viewers, but I do like making those videos, and I will make more if you want to see more of them. So just let me know in the comments, and I will make sure to respond to any feedback that I receive. So let's put Gwendolyn right about here. And now she can start leveling up, so that's pretty nice. And I am also thinking that I will probably need a couple of farms for what I want to do in this episode. I'm not certain, but I am going to try and get some farms at the very least, just to be on the safe side. I'm probably going to do what I did last episode as far as farming is concerned, like get 5 marketplaces or so and then get 1 BRF and then sell when I don't need them anymore. I think that is the way to go, considering the price of the, or prices rather, of the towers that I would like to get. Almost lost to that red balloon right there, but we will make sure that that does not happen. So let's get just faster throwing, I suppose, something simple like that for now. And we are able now to keep on saving. So hopefully we won't have to worry about anything from here. So we almost have enough money for our first banana farm, and we should not have any trouble this round. It's just green balloons. You may be wondering why I am slowing down right there if I'm not worried about losing, and the reason for that is in case any bananas were to drop. And because you definitely want to place down your farms if you want to go for them as soon as possible, as soon as you can afford them in a given round. That way, if there is something that you can get, like if there's a banana that will or a bunch of bananas rather, that will come out of the farm, that will be produced, if you place the farm at a specific time, but not if you place it even a half a second later. Then it's important to just get that as soon as possible. So let's get the extra pierce on the boomerang thrower right there, and hopefully that will be enough. It looks like it is not. Let's get a little bit more then, and we are going to get, so let's do that, and let's also do if it's not too late to do that, let's get that, and we may, no. I know this may be annoying to watch, guys, but I am not very experienced with like making strategies up on the fly in this sense. Plus, I'm trying to make this more of a showcase rather than just being the most productive and making the best or most efficient strategy. This is more of a showcase video, because the Beast Handler is still a pretty new tower, so that is what I am trying to do. I am not trying to exit the app like that, though. Speaking of exiting the app, though, I am going to, never mind. I just wanted to make sure sleep was on my phone, because if it was not, then notifications may become interrupting of the video, and I do not want notifications showing up on the top of the screen for privacy reasons, and also that it just may be annoying for some people to see because it does not relate to the actual content. So let's see. We can get the water there, the water path with that Beast Handler. So let's see if this is enough. There are these yellow and pink balloons at the end. This is pretty annoying, not gonna lie. I'm not giving up though. I'm not selling the farm. I'm not restarting. I don't really care how annoying this is. It just is what it is, and I'm going to keep going. So let's get this. 220 boomerang should be sufficient, but it may not be. No, it is not. If I stop talking a little here, I hope you guys don't mind, but I'm not going to budge, so to speak, as far as doing things differently here. I will do things differently, as in try to beat this round, but I will not do things differently, as in re-record or waste my time on any of that, because I frankly can't be bothered with that right now. Just trying to get back into cranking out more videos, and once I get into that, I'll focus more on content quality. I'm not saying that quality is unimportant, but it isn't my primary focus as far as avoiding going out and in and things like that. I just want to make sure that I can create a strategy that works for everybody. So that is my focus now. So now that we have a little bit better of a defense, I am thinking that we should probably focus on a little bit more of farming, and I think that Gwendolyn, with the DOT effect and also the extra attack speed and all of that. Actually, she does not have the DOT yet, but yeah, I just missed the cocktail there as far as the timing goes. But let's get back into this. And I'm thinking that it may be good to get some more lead popping power, but I am being a little bit greedy, I know, but greed is good, at least in this context. Not in corporate terms, but in this context of the game, greed is good. But, just to avoid being taken out of context there. But, let's see if we have any issues here. The DOT is definitely helping because it's not all about popping all the layers. It's also about popping certain layers faster, and those being the pink and the yellow layers, because when you pop a yellow balloon down to a green balloon, that is pretty substantial, and it's definitely important to get that layer off specifically so that the balloon slows down going forward by a substantial margin, because when you have fast balloons near the exit, it's not good, but when you pop those layers specifically, you have significantly less to worry about. So it's more important to pop a yellow down to a green than it is, say, to pop a pink down to a yellow. So, not sure if these regrows are going to be a problem. It looks like they won't be because we are able to pop them relatively quickly. So let's get this. And we will have to see if we can get the beast handler up pretty soon and all of that. Hopefully this glaive thrower will be good for our defense by a significant margin. So I'm gonna get one camo dart monkey at the front. Let's use the cocktail right there. It may expire soon, and if it does, we need to make sure that we have more camo defense, but we are fine right there. So here is the third second tier farm. And you know, I just thought of something, because I just said third second tier farm. And if I were to say second tier farm a little bit earlier when I was getting my second farm to 200, and I were to type that on something like Microsoft Word or something else like that, it would underline it in red, and it would say that it is grammatically incorrect. But for the point that I'm trying to convey, it would not be incorrect. It would still be marked wrong, but it wouldn't actually be wrong. And that's something I always thought about when I was growing up, and when I would speak in a way that is not the most effective to communicate something, but is still just, it's just what I want to say because it's how I talk. And there are those rare instances when a repeated word is actually correct, even if Microsoft Word says it's not. I used to like Microsoft Word all the time, in fact, but ever since it started, like, implementing those paywalls and, like, making you subscribe even just to use the basic functions and edit documents, like, I've just been, like, I'll call it a soft boycott. Like, if it's on a computer and it's free to use, I'll use it. But if someone asks me my opinion on Microsoft products, I'll tell them not to use it because of the paywall. Because it's just greed, speaking of the corporate greed I was talking about earlier. Because that kind of greed is not good. But, yeah. Unfortunately, it is common despite not being a good thing. So, we have the Moab next round to take care of and pop. So we will see what we can do for that. Thinking of just getting a Moab Mauler or something simple like that. So let's just get the cocktail right there, and should be sufficient there.
Moab, burn it.
Yeah, let's just get a Moab Mauler, I suppose. And if I have to restart the round, I don't really care because I did get it late. But let's just use the cocktail right there, and we are good. Nice. So let's get a marketplace as soon as we can, and Gwendolyn at level 8 will get that second fire blast on each shot, which is pretty substantial, just like Quincy when he gets his second arrow. And so that will be pretty good, and I definitely would like to get that. That way I can be a little bit, like, feel a little safer about my defense in the back. So let's get some more camo detection, some more triple dart monkeys right there, just for a little bit more consistency and overall, yeah, just making our defense that much more, like, well-rounded. So let's get this beast handler right up there, and we will see. I'm just going to use the cocktail right there, just because it's looking like the Barracuda cannot attack right there, so we need the great white shark in order to actually get this beast handler to work. And for those of you who are out of the loop or are living under a rock, the great white shark and the 4th and 5th tier, the orca and the megalodon, were all indirectly nerfed by bug fixes being made to the speed of their biting attacks. Their insta-kills were not affected, but for balloons that they can't insta-kill, they just take them down that much slower. They're like 95% weaker, if I'm not mistaken, so they used to be like 20 times as strong as they are now, and yeah, they just were like really weakened by the recent changes. So with that said, I know that they were not intended to be as strong as they ended up being. That does not mean that they're in a good spot now, though. It looks like I have to use the cocktail there, which is a little bit unfortunate, but actually, let's just get the great white. I don't want to be too greedy with my farms, so let's just get the great white there. It's not all that good in its current spot, though, because of its tiny range, but we will see how things go in the near future. And I'm going to use my cocktail this round, that way, because if I used it last round, I would have had a problem this round anyway, so I guess that was a bit of a blessing in disguise. So let's use it a little on the early side, that way it can recharge a little sooner, and we will be good to go moving forward. So we do have some ceramics to worry about next round as well, but we will see how we do against those, and hopefully it won't be a problem. So there's marketplace number 4, and we will keep going. Let's get a glaive ricochet there, just for that consistent damage. It's not all that good against ceramic balloons, but it's still making a difference, and that is what we need to avoid having to be too ability reliant with Gwendolyn there. So yeah, I think we're fine now. And the great white shark did manage to get the Moab, at least the Moab legger taken down right there. It is pretty weak, though, compared to how it used to be. So, yeah, that is definitely something to keep note of. So, we definitely do not have substantial camo popping power at this point, but we will see if it is enough with the help of these extra dart monkeys right here. It is barely not enough, but I do have a way to fix that. So, you guys know me by now, at least if you've been watching me for a little longer. You know that I definitely like my camo detection, and I like not having to just get certain types of towers and instead just put a camo village down. It's just the way I like to play the game, partly because I'm a little OCD, but also because I just don't want to have that worry there. So let's get a banana plantation right there, and we are going to keep on going here, and it looks like we barely avoided disaster there. You know what? I'm going to introduce another tower that I have not used yet, and that tower is, as soon as I can get it, that is, that tower is the Spike Factory. And I'm going to use the Spike Factory right here because I just don't want to have to worry as much about balloons getting to the end and through the end. So there we go, just as a last line of defense, and I'm feeling a little bit safer now. So, of course, getting the main portion of my defense stronger is important as well, but at least I don't have to slow down as much anymore like I used to have to. So, let's just keep on going here, and, yeah, let's just see how we do in the meantime. So I'm going to get a few more beast handlers right over here and merge like this. And it's looking like even that last ceramic wave is not too strong for us. So that's nice. And we are halfway to that BRF, and once we get there, we will be able to start focusing more on our defense because our economy will be basically complete. At least it'll be developed enough for us to not have to invest any more into it, and we'll just be able to collect from there. So, quite a few spikes were eaten up there, but not too many. Not all of them, so not too many. So let's go ahead and, okay, that's right, we are playing on Impoppable with 20% extra added to the normal tower cost rather than 8%. So the BRF is not 20,520 or something like that, but rather 22,800. So we do have to save up a little more, just like we did. So there's the cocktail. I'm not going to get all panicky about those camo leads. I'm just going to use that right there, and there we go. So we have a max great white now, still not all that strong, so we will be going for an orca pretty soon, but for now I think we are in an okay position. So let's go ahead and get a 4th tier, more glaives right there, but it's better with the bottom cross path because you can get double damage as opposed to not quite double attack speed. Plus you get extra range and lead popping power, so it's pretty obvious which cross path you should go for. with more glaives. With the third tier, it's not as obvious, but yeah, simple as that for now. And we do get to insta-kill those Moabs, and here are the ceramics right there. Probably did not need to use the cocktail right there, but we did so anyway. Let's get a cluster bomb shooter right there as well. And I don't even need a recursive cluster, just get the third tier and we are good as we are. And with the insta-killing with all of those Moabs, we are in a better spot. So even with the nerf for the Great White and the Orca and the Megalodon, the top path Beast Handler does still have quite a few benefits to it. So, speaking of those benefits, we are going to get ourselves an Orca right there. And the Orca can insta-kill not only Moabs, but also BFBs, as we are about to see right there. It is a little slow, as far as the cooldown after it drags one down, compared to when it can drag another down. So it did not get both BFBs there, but it's still doing pretty well for the most part. So it's just a matter of using this tower correctly. I would say it's not so much about not being able to use it anymore. It's not a tower that's like going to hell or anything. It's just that you do have to use this tower and the 3rd to 5th tier top path beasts correctly, and you will benefit from doing so. So let's go ahead and get a second Orca. It would be more effective as far as beast power goes to get more 2nd and 3rd tier beasts rather than another 4th tier for money reasons, but you need 4 4th tiers anyway, regardless, in order to get the 5th tier. So it is not like we are losing out in that sense, because we do want to get a Megalodon this game and complete our 5th tier showcases for the Beast Handler Tower. So we're on round 72 now. We do have some tough rounds coming up, like round 75 with the double BFBs at the end of the round that are like very like tight. They almost look like single BFBs, but if you look closely enough, you can tell that they're double BFBs. They are substantially more packed together than these. So that is definitely something to prepare for, but I think with the Orca we will get the job done pretty easily. So let's go ahead and get a Beast Handler over here as well. And it keeps saying needs water, so you have to have it in the small circle, not the big circle. So merge, and we need one more Orca, and then we will be able to save for the Megalodon. So with the insta-killing capabilities of this Orca, I do not think that round 75 will be an issue. Round 76, on the other hand, with those grouped regrow ceramics, could be a problem, but I think that the Orca is still good enough against ceramics and lower that we will not need to worry. Same thing with 78, plus the ones on 78 are not regrow balloons. So let's see how we do here. So the Orca took a significant chunk out of that ceramic rush. It did not take it out entirely because of when it started its attack and where it was relative to the ceramic balloons at a specific time. Speaking of which, let's check the cost of the Megalodon, 66,000. So we can get it pretty soon if we sell these farms. but we're not going to sell them too soon. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this village right here. Get jungle drums over there as well, and primary training, just because we can do that. And the jungle drums should be able to help out our orca and soon-to-be Megalodon pretty substantially. And 75 camo ceramics is officially a joke to our defense. And that's a sign that you are playing the game right. Would have been nice if we didn't have to take as many pauses and exit the game and come back in as often earlier on, but it is what it is, and we did not lose. We didn't have to worry about anything like that in the end. So we have $50,000 until we will be at the point of getting the Megalodon. And now that we have a maxed out orca, we can insta-kill ZOMGs. Let's take a look right here. Just like that. Yes. That is quite satisfying to watch. And it's definitely realistic, because you need a max orca, and with each orca costing like 19,000, not even including prerequisite upgrades, it's like $95,000 or so, in order just to get the insta-killing to work on ZOMGs. So it is quite expensive. So realistic in some capacity. Realistic as in not overpowered. But is it underpowered, perhaps? Let me know in the comments, guys, because I do want to hear your thoughts on the current state of this tower. So, let's just get some more upgrades like so. And hopefully the primary mentoring will help us substantially. I mean, it's just a range increase, plus ability cooldowns, but we don't have any primary towers with active abilities, or any towers for that matter with abilities other than Gwendolyn. So, let's see. Thinking of getting another one of these. Let's get the cocktail right there. May have been a little overkill, but just for a little bit more safety, a little bit better on the precautions. And I think, on a separate note, that even with it getting nerfed, with the pierce of the larger explosions getting halved, if I'm not mistaken, that the recursive cluster is still pretty OP, not gonna lie. But, alright! Yeah, we will see where Ninja Kiwi takes this tower next, and if they decide to keep it as strong as it is, or nerf it more. But overall, I mean, I understand partly why they have it like it is, but I still feel like it's OP. I feel like it could use some pretty reasonable nerfs. That being said, it's still not that good against, like, super ceramics, for example. But something that is good against super ceramics, because of how fast it can jump into, or jump out of and back into the water and out again, is the Megalodon, which we are about to get. Super ceramics are not the type of bloons that it's best against, but it does one-shot them. It just doesn't care that they're in its way. So here we go. There's the Megalodon, and we are going to go right ahead and see how this beast ends up working for us. So notice how fast it kills the ZOMGs instantly, and like, it just doesn't care. These bloons are like small sharks, or small dolphins almost, in terms of just what they're like for this giant shark to pull down. So DDTs are a separate story, but with the power of this beast, we do not have to worry. So, let's go ahead and see what we want to do next. I'm thinking that we should probably get some more enhancements for our Megalodon. So let's get this. And now we are at beast power 100. So let's go ahead and get spiked ball factory right there. And let's get, I think we need 4 more. So let's get these.
The OMG, burn it.
There's 2. And the insta-kill with the ZOMGs is even faster now if I am seeing things correctly.
Burn it.
So we have 1 more right there. And there's the 132 out of 132. So here's a maxed out Megalodon. And now I'm going to focus a little bit more on cleanup at this point. So, looks weird seeing the village, like, inside the Megalodon like that. I mean, that's not what is actually happening, but it's just what it looks like from this point. So, like, it's just odd to see it like that. And let's get the spiked mines at the back as well, just like we did. And thinking what else we can get. Looks like the Megalodon alone is just shredding all these DDTs. They're not going by fast enough to dodge this shark. And that is good. So I think all we have to worry about are super ceramics and some other things like that. So let's just get something simple back here. Let's get, I'll get 2 like this. 2 Druids of the Storm, and yeah, speaking of, I'm not sure why my tower names are going, but I'm gonna rename the Druid right now. And let me know, by the way, if you know what this reference is for the name of the druid right there that I just put in. And if you do, I will acknowledge you in the comments. So let's see. Spiked mines are holding up, and we look to be fine against round 98. Round 99, still not too strong with the DDTs. 1 does sneak by, but the defense in the back does clean it up. And round 100,
gonna need more gas.
I wonder what we can do here. Trivial. There we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching. I know it started off a little rough, but I think that it turned out not half bad in the end. So I hope you guys feel the same. So that's where we are going to call it for today. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about balance changes and all of that in the game. And make sure to subscribe for more interesting content. And I will talk to you all again in the next video. Peace out.